So we've had the local elections, and less than 50% of those eligible to vote voted. And what did they vote for? They voted for selfish, petty, trivial reasons. They voted for the things that will benefit them, that the political parties promise. But, according to my wife, never actually carry out. They never, ever keep their promises. And the system that they manage is, whether we like it or not, in complete and utter chaos. Even locally, politicians should be talking about how they're going to arrange to provide the necessities for the people. And the necessities are food, clothing, and housing. If the population has these things, then they're content. But what prevents these things from being achieved is the monetary economic system. And I've been going on about it now for at least 7 years, ever since Occupy. And really, Occupy was about the system, the global monetary economic system. Why that message didn't seem to get across is down to the media, because everybody knew what Occupy Wall Street was all about. Well, not everybody knew, but those that took part knew that it was about the Federal Reserve and the fact that the Federal Reserve is global. Every nation, apart from less than a handful, has a central banking system which operates on fiat currencies based on nothing. And the bankers make this money come out of thin air, out of nothing. They just make it appear. They print it. If anybody else did that, it would be forgery, really, unless it was totally brand new currency. But the problem is that whether you've got a currency or not, it is the currency which actually causes division, competition, conflicts. You tell me what the monetary economic system does and how it benefits people. Because places like Basel and Swindon that once upon a time did have Labour MPs are not places where Labour is making the only outcome of having a monetary system is keeping everybody in competition with everybody else, struggling. And when you go and vote, that's what you're doing. You're complying with the system and being what the system wants you to be, a selfish, miserable bastard who doesn't give a fuck about anybody else in the planet. on the planet. That's what you are. And that's the way you're training your children to be. And there they are on the goggle box. Arguing, discussing the way that the electorate vote, or, you know, whether they vote at all. It's a joke. Despite having run them for many years, the whole councils were up for grabs in some cases. Like I said in the beginning, my colleagues telling me that on average, locally and nationally, we should be maximising the agricultural industries. First of all, and then at the same time, maximising the development of housing, but not 20th century housing they're building at the moment. We should be looking at 21st century housing, because that's the century that we're in. We should be creating self-sustaining communities, brand new self-sustaining communities where people are occupied in providing sustenance, food, but healthy food, of course, because we want a healthy nation and we want a healthy future for our children. We don't want people smoking cigarettes, eating fatty foods and crap like that, really, do we? But that's our freedoms. We have the freedom to choose whether we want to kill ourselves or not. But I didn't know anything about this 20 or 30 years ago when I was eating McDonald's and fish and chips. You know, what makes Britain Britain? Fish and chips. You know, fatty fish and chips that clog up everything and end up giving you diabetes. But they don't care. To that, you know, as far as the government feels these people that you vote for are concerned, you can do the hell what you like to yourself, as long as you don't physically kill yourself. But even that doesn't make any difference anymore. I mean, it's not illegal to kill yourself. Who are you going to send to prison for it? But anyway, the system we're operating in is a contrick. And all you're doing is paying taxes to pay these people wages and keep, you know, the National Health Service crawling along, hardly ever progressing only as far as funding allows them to progress, money allows them to progress, when really we could have a national health system whereby everybody has the maximum of care without the need for worrying about how much things are going to cost. So you see, if you provide enough food, clothing and housing for everybody, then there's no need to pay for those things. as long as everybody's getting fed, clothed and housed, and everybody's working towards feeding and clothing and housing the population, and there's no selfishness there, because you're doing it for your fellow human being. Anyway, with that, I'm going. Think on it, if you dare, or if you ever bother to watch anyway. You're all insane.